We normally start every one of our board meetings with a question and answer session. And we have had one question, but that question refers to a clinical matter. And as a result, I have referred that question to management to respond directly to the individual. So as there are no other formal questions.
I'm actually here from the public with another question.
Yes.
If I can come over there so that the members of the public can see my question that I have. That's all right?
Sure.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me in here today. So my name is Aurora Bisalmo Petit. On November 15th, 2001, I was one of the thousands of nurses that was fired for not providing my employer, PHSA, with my personal private medical information, specifically if I had received the COVID-19 injection. It has been just over a year now, and my assertions that the injection is not the panacea for stopping either contraction or transmission of this virus that you have asserted it to be have been overwhelmingly substantiated. It is commonplace for those who have received their third, fourth, fifth doses to get COVID, even if they've been vaccinated. Surely you can all see that the current strategy is not doing what it was purported to do. You demonize those like me, stating that we were a threat to patients, the public, and the healthcare system, while you hypocritically ask nurses with active COVID illness to continue working in the healthcare system. Somehow, magically, vaccinated nurses who are sick are not a risk to others, but non-vaccinated nurses who are healthy are a risk. I fail to glean even a shred of logic in that. Perhaps someone here can enlighten me. So here we are, more than a year later, our healthcare system on the brink of collapse, and the healthcare worker injection mandate continues to be in effect. Despite the vast amount of evidence discrediting the validity of the order, despite every other province in this country and many countries around the world acknowledging this approach is neither scientifically sound nor effective. Despite the tens of thousands of COVID-related sick calls all of our health authorities have received after the non-vaccinated healthcare workers were fired, and thus not spreading COVID in the workplace. So again, perhaps someone here can enlighten me as to what is different in BC. Last week, November 16th, 2022, I emailed the entire board of directors and executives of PHSA with an investigation summary into how PHSA has handled COVID management. Who among you did not receive this email? Okay, I'll take that everyone received it. I have on hand a printed copy of this email for each of you, so there is zero plausible deniability that each and every one of you has been personally provided with this information. As a reminder, in this email, I quoted PHSA's Stop the Line policy, which states, this is a process to clearly express patient safety concerns, and when asked to do so by others, stop and immediately respond to an expressed patient safety concern. I first raised my concern to the board and executive a year ago, November 24, 2021, when I submitted a question for an open board meeting. My last question submission on April 28th has yet to be acknowledged, let alone addressed. In this email, I shared under PHSA's whistleblower policy some of the alarming red flags I noticed related to COVID while working as a nurse for PHSA. Namely, the huge discrepancy in adverse vaccine reactions occurring versus those being reported to the public. We haven't even begun to delve into the responsibility PHSA holds as the employer of Bonnie Henry and the parent organization of the BC CDC. In this email, an abundance of credible resources were included. I have yet to receive a response from a single one of you. Not something I would expect from leadership of an organization like this. The public health measures, including but not limited to the experimental COVID injection that you have facilitated, promoted, and mandated are causing significant morbidity and mortality in this province. In Pfizer's own post-market trial data, in the first 3 months, ending February 28, 2021, their own data reported several pages of adverse reactions, including over 1,200 deaths. Myocarditis, among other cardiac issues, severe neurological issues, and a horrific rate of fetal demise in mothers who discovered they were pregnant when they received the injection. The increased all-cause mortality and decreased live births have been impacted globally at rates never seen before, not even close to it. Our healthcare system was already failing before COVID. It is now on the brink of irreparable dysfunction. I, as a nurse, one of the many thousands, am now on welfare and lining up at the food bank every 2 weeks because you continue to uphold a mandate that is not scientifically sound, ethical, moral, or lawful. How do you sit right with yourselves doing this? Are you really so obstinate as an organization and as leaders within this organization that you would rather watch our healthcare system implode than acknowledge your wrongdoings and take steps to remedy them? So my question to you, as I've provided all of you with ample information, credible resources, every single one of you received this email. Has this information been looked into to a depth that you can, with 100% certainty, say, this woman is out of her mind and she's making stuff up? Because if I'm wrong, I'm just one delusional woman. If you are wrong and you are ignoring these warning signals that I've sent you, you are continuing to contribute to the grave harms and murders of people in this province. So are you 100% sure that the information that I have sent you is not correct? That is my question to you.
Great. I have reviewed the information, and I too am a registered nurse and feel quite confident with the evidence, yes.
So you reviewed all of the information in my email.
I just actually answered your question to me, and I feel, as a registered nurse, completely confident with the information, yes.
Question has been.
Okay, and I get one follow-up question.
Follow-up question.
So you said you reviewed all of the information. Does that mean the information that I sent you?
I have reviewed your information, and I am confident in the evidence the province is using.
Thank you for your question.
Shame on you. I will leave. Shame on all of you for not looking into this. There will come a point in time,
Excuse me.
and it's becoming more and more obvious.
May I please have